Mostly been getting parts together, missing parts. So I did promise I would do a live stream. I will always attempt to do a live stream. How's that sound? There we are. That's better. I'm gonna probably be digging on parts here, looking for turbo laser parts, which these are gonna be noisy. These are my extra parts bags. Ah, here's one. Oh, it's the wrong side. There's another one right there. Anyways, excuse the mess. There's one. I literally am having trouble finding. I need a couple of these, but I need it in a thin piece one. Oh, hey, how you doing, man? So I'm just gonna basically mess around with this because, you know, if you don't build a set, it won't get done, right? That's what I've found, anyways. It won't be a very long live stream, I don't think, because I'm like burning. I gotta get going in this storm. I'm gonna go to sleep for a bit, and then there's massive snowstorm going on, and I feel like I got a bunch of irons in the fire, because I do. But, you know, I don't want to work on one of these sets stressed out. I haven't played the new Lego Fortnite. Actually, I haven't played Fortnite. I don't have internet. Speaking of which, I was looking at one of the Star Wars games. I forget one of them. The only one that's available for Nintendo Switch. I want to get something else for the game system. I had points at GameStop, but I don't have any kind of internet support, and they told me that I probably would need to have it for anything that's like gameplay. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, that's annoying. I'm gonna short one of these two. I got like bags of parts everywhere, and I wanna. Oh, that's what's used. Well, that's kind of a simple build, isn't it? That's a. And yeah. So I'm kind of stuck with it. Not that there's anything wrong with Nintendo Switch. It's a great system. Mostly I was using it to play Zelda, though. If I ever get an internet. Okay, absolutely. That sounds great, man. Oh, hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see people showing up. Running a little bit late. By the way, today I was scrolling through YouTube. Oh, really? I know that there's been a couple of references over the years. It's cool though. I know somebody reached out, asked if they could use part of one of my videos or something, which was like, sure, I don't care. That's fine. So I gotta build 4 of these that are identical. And I only found pieces for one. Really? Huh. Yes, it does turn. Okay. And this piece is. That's weird. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the new sets coming out and stuff. It'll be cool. I always like to see new stuff coming out. Sometimes the build techniques are fun just for that alone. Yep. I know I got way more of these. I'm not even worried about. I'm sure a couple of little axle pieces. Oh, new message from from Prepper. That's an eBay message. I was asking somebody about some parts. eBay's got some weird policies about things you can sell and things you can't. And it switches back and forth. Okay. Okay, well, thanks for the heads up. Doesn't matter. People can say whatever they want. That's fine. Everybody's opinion is valid. Is that what they say? I think I'm going to put the towel on first because if I don't, these plates are a little bit fragile. I guess the 2019 one was way stronger. Now, eventually I have to build one of those too, I guess. It's just the room for these things. I like the vendor. There's so much gray plastic here, though. So much of it, man. And that's cool. So I guess it's good that they did put some of these different colored pieces in because I haven't misbuilt it. Of course, I don't know. I guess the final test on if it's misbuilt something comes out when you put together and something doesn't line up. You ever have that happen? You build part of a set and you go to line up something, you go, oh, hey, that's not working. That's not good. Oh, I do remember on somebody's video, they said these turbo lasers didn't turn all the way around on the new one, or maybe it's the new one they turn all the way around. I don't remember. There's been so many UCS sets. I'm not complaining. I love the UCS sets, but it would be. I mean, even if I had like all the sets built and on display, I don't know that I could ever keep it straight. I think I'd just still be one of those people fumbling around going, "Was it supposed to do this, or is it this one, or that one, or which one is it?" It's all good. Interesting. I know these parts are here because I set them aside and I bagged them, and then I kind of put them in storage. That's one of the problems is sometimes, I don't know, I've seen people who've got beautiful bins all set up and all the pieces all sorted out, and it would be cool to do that, and I want to eventually do that. But it's like, man, Lego's made so many pieces over the years, and colors, and of course some people who don't know say, well, we can just use the same piece. No, the question? No, actually, that's not what happened. Of course, I got a common name. So, let's see. That's totally not Lego content. That's cool too. Because there are drama channels dedicated to just endless things. And sometimes the information on those channels is not true either. In fact, usually it's not. Which is interesting. I know one of the channels that does like updates on vlogs and stuff. He used to do like true crime. I'm gonna miss that. What? Let's see. Oh, it's the 2003 Star Destroyer. Yeah, it's a lot of plates and yeah. And the thing is, under this table is a whole bunch of extra plates because I was missing some plates. And so because of that, we got bags of plates. And I do have more sets than I need. Because I knew that there'd be pieces missing, so I just grabbed everything I needed that was the right shade of gray and brought it down here. But it seems like I missed a couple of Technic-Axles, actually, which I got them. In fact, if you watch my unboxing thing, I got some more of these in there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool set. I really like it. I see some of the criticism. Back when they made this one, they used a lot of magnets, and it's cool. It works fine, but you know, the old magnets are not as strong as the new ones. Although I think sometimes the old stickers, I don't know. Some of the old stickers, even though they're faded or cracked, they look pretty good still. I wish everything was printed, actually, but I don't know. The problem if everything's printed is later, like nowadays, you know, if you're making a mock and maybe you need a really rare piece, if it had a print on it, I'd probably go on the other one and say, oh, I wish I hadn't printed it, but, you know, I need one more of these little tailpipe pieces or little binocular pieces. I know there's tons of them around. I'm not that worried about. I know it's a noisy sound. The 40 channel. Yeah, it is. It's a 2019 ST. I need one more of these little things. Yeah. Yeah, I commute, so I really like the Fiestas. I kind of wish I still made them, but with all the winter and getting stuck, I don't drive the ST much in the winter. It doesn't handle very good for the driving, but good thing about getting a truck and the prices, man. I mean, what happened out there? Coulter bought a Super Duty. He paid $103,000 for it. Man. I went, oh, that's great, I guess. I mean, I don't. He's like, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know what to think. I honestly don't know what to think. If you need it, you need it, I guess. I don't know. I had a Power Wagon, and I ran a ton of miles on it. It was very solid wood, super hard on fuel, but of course, I mean, of course it's going to be hard on fuel. I knew that going into it. There's extra pieces. I had a whole bag of these things. These things are great little binocular pieces. But yeah, I knew that going into it, that it was going to be hard on fuel. But back when I bought it, fuel wasn't so high. It was in 2011. Feels like a lifetime ago now. Those pieces, oh, we're doing the greebling now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wow. So I need another one of those bricks there. Okay. There's one right here. I think. Yep, wrong side. Figures. But yeah, we've been getting so much snow. I don't know. I mean, the snow we're getting now is like what we used to get when I was a little kid. We used to get like this crazy amount of snow. My dad had just bought F-150. I think the first year they came out, 76 one. Anyways, he just bought that, and he'd carry all this sand and cinder blocks in the back trying to give it traction, and he ended up selling it and buying a Subaru Brat. The first year they came out, or maybe it was the second year, it was a 79. And I was kind of disappointed because then, like, immediately as soon as he did that, he realized, got no way to carry anything. So, you know, you gotta trade off sometimes. I think that's the one I need. I can't find that other brick. I know there's not a whole bunch of those. And sadly, when it comes to this weird looking brick, there's one. These things, I know I got tons of them upstairs. Wrong side. But I know for a fact I don't have them in that color. I absolutely don't have them in that color. Oh. I need to put one more up here. Well, I can put this piece here, though. Hey, how you doing? 3 over and 3 down. And it overhangs, just like the schematic shows. But yeah, we've been getting a lot of snow, and no, you haven't been here in a while. How you been doing? I don't know where this piece here goes. Oh, there it is. Never mind. But yeah, these are the snowfalls like when I was a little kid. My dad would have to park an F-150 miles from the house so to walk the right away in. My mom had a trail duster, which was like one of the first SUV styles, I guess you'd call it. The Bronco looked like a Jeep back then. She had one of those, and really didn't like it very much. I don't know why, what the problem was with it. Now Broncos are kind of popular again. Oh, I did find it. Cool. All right. That's cool. With all this gray plastic, sometimes you legit misplace something. Like you'll find it, you'll set it aside to make sure you don't lose it, and yeah, there it is. And it gets lost. Sometimes that's like the most annoying thing is you'll be looking for something that you know you have. You literally know you had it. You just saw it and you're looking for something else. And then when you need it, you can't find it. That is often how it goes. Back at my mom and dad's old house there. Well, the mom and dad's house, not the old house. My mom would call me and told me that she found a package with a bunch of weird Lego pieces. They weren't weird. They were like modified 1x2s. Well, I don't know. I can't recognize it from here because I'm not staring at a screen, but I guess I could look it up. Let's see. Okay. Huh. Alright. I guess that's typo. Oh. I see what I did. It's June. Oh, really? Oh, obviously that's not going to work. So I'll do it this way. The picture is actually too small. I can see something blue. That's about it. This thing is freezing up because it's like so low the batteries. Because I have to spell it exactly, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, I can't pull it up apparently. Hmm. Not pulling it up. My battery died on this thing. You don't own anything? Oh, in terms of cars. Oh. Okay. You had my attention for a minute. I'm like, oh. I still remember my first car. I think I showed a picture of it on this channel. Maybe. And it's an old picture. It's actually a picture my mom took of me working on it. It was F-250. I've been driving Ford for a long time. You know what's weird is my dad's old car is 100 years old. What would be my top 3 favorite cars? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and not count cars I can afford. I'm going to count cars I actually have had a little time with, or actually operated, or ridden in. And without a doubt, 1917 Pierce Arrow. Absolutely. That's a dream car for me. My cousin's got a 37 Buick, and that's really sweet. And modern cars, I guess. One of the fastest little buckets I ever drove that was a blast was a 1974 Datsun with the L18 and the 4 downdraft carburetors, 4 on the floor. Not the 510, the 610 sedan. My mom had the B210. The Ford Galaxy is a nice car. And favorite cars is such a tough one because, like, new cars, like brand new things that just came out, I kind of like the electric Ford F-150. That I think they're calling it the Lightning, although I don't like them doing that because I know what the Lightning is. You know, you remember seeing it in Fast and Furious, and I have worked on one. I didn't really drive it. Yeah, I drove it around a little bit, but my idiot cousin had tried to lower it, and I messed up the suspension. Yeah, doesn't everyone just love spell check? I know that down the street my mom and dad live, somebody's got an orange Lotus. It's not the new one. It's not the newest one, but it still has the adjustable like shocks and system. Which, when I say adjustable, I mean I know they're all adjustable. Even my Fiesta is, but I mean like adjustable in the driveway. Um, but the newest one, I guess you adjust from the driver's seat. Like you can actually just change the ride height and stuff. But that one changed with keys from like, just from the driveway. Like, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, Mercedes Benz, and they're nice. I know there's some kind of rebate going on for, I think it's the Tesla 3. Somebody at work wants to get one of the Mercedes. Acura does have some nice cars. See, I'm old. I haven't done this stuff for so long. Integra Type R is a nice car, but it's old. New Acuras? I know I see the Infinity I really liked. Well, I mean, I like the RSX. There's a lot of cars. I mean, to be honest, for a blast, it's really hard to beat a Subaru WRX. I didn't say STI. I've never been in a cockpit of one of those. I've never driven an STI, but I have driven a WRX. It just kind of depends on what you want. I mean, right now, I mean, geez, if I had to buy a truck, I mean, it's be kind of a boring purchase because I'd be looking for something that's easy on fuel, and that just sounds bad. Guy down the street has a Rivian. Yeah, they're pretty. Investments are a funny thing. I mean, there's certainly some Lego sets that were on sale a few years ago that, well, a few years ago. I mean, it's more than a few years ago now, but I don't, I don't, I don't have it. Well, that's just great. Lego disappointments. Can't fit that piece and it's wrong. But yeah, everything's been going up. I mean, I'm trying to put together a rifle from a parts kit I bought back in, I think it was like 92. The whole lower end, the lower receiver. And at the time, I'm looking like, $11 an hour, and it was like $75. And everybody's like, oh man, wait till the future when they're so much cheaper and manufacturing is cheaper. Well, things go up, wages go up, inflation happens. Lower receiver's still not horribly expensive, but to get a forged one like that one is about $400 now. So, you know. Oh, Alfa Romeo, yeah. I mean, it just depends, I mean, I don't know. When you want it. It's just sad that cars are like more than houses. Of course, let me back that up. That was a dumb thing to say. I mean, not really, but there are some houses that cost very little, and there's of course some cars that cost very little. But like I got that Cadillac. Of course, so I had to do it. A lot of people don't even believe I have the car. Yep, hardware share. Oh, right on. That is good for you, though. I certainly didn't know what I wanted to do. There's some weird choices. Definitely was not career oriented. It's still not, actually. But I don't have it. Oh well. But yeah, that's excellent. I always like to hear more about success. Some people, all they talk about is how bad things are, how bad their situation is, how depressing their life is. And, you spread that negativity around. And I know there is something about it. It does seed itself. It does grow a little garden of it. In fact, I think I'll talk about that in the other live sometime, on the other channel. But yeah, it's, and I gotta remind myself not to look on the downside, and it comes out so easily too, you know. Yeah, thank you very much for the update, man. I'm glad you're here too, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like I think everyone who's ever done or has been interested in Lego has. It seems like everyone's had a dark side or a dark side, like an ice age, you know. I know what brought me back in was shark mold. I do like some of the shark molds, and yes, there's what I've been watching on eBay. I'm just not going to pay those kind of prices. What I'm talking about is the big shark, the one that can swallow a minifigure, but this is a zombie version of it. And there was a time when they were not horribly expensive. And yeah, for the less than the price, upgrade on a cell phone, you can buy one. But I just have a tough time paying much for something that was once on sale. Yeah, it does come eventually, yeah. And that's the idea of a dream job. I mean, like, that's what they say. It makes sense. I don't mind what I do. I mean, but I always, tell people I used to work for a living. meaning I was always kind of physically working, digging ditches and loading trucks, and other jobs. I've had a lot, actually. I know my cousin became a gunsmith, and that seems really cool. And if nothing else, he gets to see some really cool stuff come through the shop. And my cousin Willie, auto mechanic, most of the stuff is boring. I mean, just farm equipment and stuff, but he gets to see some cool stuff. He gets to see some cool stuff come through. And I would love to kind of see like a real Lego design team, or even like Lego pieces being made. I think that would just be cool. It's not like a bucket list thing, but it's definitely something that if I had the opportunity to do it, I think it would be like a dream to see that. Has anybody ever judged you for liking Legos at this stage? How do your parents react to it, even until today? Actually, for last part first, parents have always been very supportive. They always said I was a weirdo, and you know, my dad always said I was probably adopted, and then my mom would say that my bloodline probably wasn't the same, but that was meant mostly harmless. My dad is a big time for hobby. He built custom knives, and he built like cabinets. So anything to do with craft, anything to do with imagination, he really, 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 really encouraged. My mom was a real estate broker, but for relaxation, she would do cartooning, like animation stuff, which it's not my idea of relaxation, but so she's really imaginative, so that was cool. Other people judging me about Lego stuff, like, never really worried about it, because I figured, if they don't like me because I'm into Lego, they don't like me anyways. And if you're not true to yourself, they always say, like, be truthful, or else you're a hypocrite, right? You're a liar, and the worst kind. But I think that if you're not true to yourself, even if you just have to look in the mirror and it's just between you, the mirror, and God, you need to count on yourself, because other people, for the most part, they're fair weather friends. They really are. They're there for the money. They're there because you can give them a ride to work, or you got extra money for the groceries. But if you need something, you pick up that phone and you just getting that voicemail over and over. And yes, I'm starting to get onto a rant here, so I'll chill out. But yeah, I've seen very few people in real life that will stand by you. Very few. Yeah, that's true. As far as judgment goes, I think people get it mixed up. My dad told me something once. He's like, don't judge people like what you see, but you can judge their actions. Yeah. Like a coworker who always on people's case about giving money to the poor, helping people out. Okay. Never saw him actually do it. He's always talking though. And then I saw something I wish I hadn't. I didn't like the guy, but still, I wish I hadn't seen it. Somebody left their wallet on the counter back in the break room, and I watched them take a 20 out of it. Actions, my friend, not words. When I started getting back to it, my dad was very supportive about it. Mom was also supportive, but she was kind of against me buying a new one. She wanted me to just play with her. Yeah, yep, and that I can see that. That's just because they think that it's a part of your childhood. Part of that is in the Bible. It talks about, and it's misquoted all the time. It says, "When you grow up, you will leave childish things behind." But, for example, this is not necessarily childish. However, getting mad at somebody because they're into that instead of into you, and I'm talking about relationships now, that probably is childish and immature. So that's it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it does suck to see the billfold thing. And that's why I'm glad you brought about walking to Target. That's kind of the thing about, I still have some sets that either for whatever reason I didn't open them or whatever it was, whatever it was. But I can like hold that set and go, I can remember finding that on the clearance or finding that, stuck down low. Because, sometimes at the stores, I don't know if people like, they want to like they don't want the store to put it up for sale or something. They'll like I think I showed in one of my shorts. Somebody had like stuck one of the battle packs behind like totally like friend sets, and it's like the store employees would not make that mistake. No, it's all good though. And here's the thing: it's being old now. I can look back and I can tell you what we're talking about right now. The stuff we're talking about is the stuff you'll look back on later. Well, I'm glad you share that though. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the older sets in the wild. That's why I was so happy to find that AT-AT sitting at a hardware store. I mean, it's not like it's super old, but just to find it. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. I mean, I work with a guy who's what 47. Parents obviously are connected. It was a used set, but they got him the Cloud City set. Kind of envious. I mean, I wouldn't have any place to put it. It's a very nice high dollar set. I'd be lying to say if it's not on my eventual list, but I think I'd rather see that. Was it the 2007? Is it? Or was it 2004? That UCS Death Star 2 where the chunks are missing. I would rather have that one first. And that's much cheaper set, just big. Yeah. I do like finding stuff though, and like at hardware stores, just totally out of nowhere. That's the coolest part, and that's the authenticity. It's like one of the beat up pocket knives I used to do an unboxing. The knife, it's worth about probably $10. I found it at a bus stop, and I wasn't riding the bus. I needed a place to get an address to get a pizza delivered. I was in a strange town. Yeah, the Death Star is cool. I mean, yeah, and well, thanks, man, for the support because yeah, the Cloud City is cool, but I mean, let's face it, it's a Boba Fett. I think that makes it cool, and it's historic. But yeah, that Death Star. I mean, they got that new dinky one. They have the new smaller one. I shouldn't have said dinky. That should be reserved for other sets. But yeah, yeah, I do appreciate Lego. I appreciate what they do and their imagination and what they developed. And that's why when people are critical, it's some of that criticism is just hate probably, but some of it really comes from a good place. It comes from the fact that they know that Lego is capable of doing more. Oh, the Republic gunship. What? Yeah, yeah. That I like the '08 and the 13 both. I think it's the '03 has that hidden set inside that battle theme. Has a base. It's cool, but unfortunately, the oldest Lego sets, like I'm seeing right here with this one, there's not a lot of Technic, and these old pieces. I mean, they lose clutch. They lose their clutch power, and yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but it's also kind of a charm. Like these pieces here. You got two of these. The golf ball part looks totally cool, but I'm laughing that they use this like a meteor or moon piece with the craters on the bottom. It's all they had, and I think I mean it works. It totally works, but it just especially from a distance. But once you see those craters, it's kind of funny. But it's part of the history too. They're bringing back Lego Space. Oh, that's right. I saw the Galaxy Explorer. That yeah, and I think that 1978 or 79 set. I think I've shown on this channel with the rocket my mom bought me when I was like in elementary school. I like that because it was a first of these type of figures. Before that, they were just those brick built ones. Okay, 2002 one. Still have the stickers are starting to peel. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a 2002. Yeah, that's I have that old turbo tank, the clone turbo tank, and now as an adult, I was an adult then, but now really looking at from like the build per point, the stacks, the way it's all stacked together is very interesting. I like the suspension they have. I like the suspension on both of the turbo tanks. I don't have the most recent one, the smallest one. I just at the time I couldn't swallow the price, and now I really can't. Yeah, the old stickers. I think I've showed it before. I got a 2008 sitting over there, a gunship, and it's got the cracking. And then, I'm actually glad the stickers did not peel. They're not peeling at all, but they are crazing like old porcelain gets the little hairline cracks, which kind of looks interesting in a way because it that's like what old paint does, like on the old train cars and stuff, and it really adds a kind of a layer of realism to it, I think. And I'm going to see if I have two bricks for the other side of it now, because, well, I hate to order something, and I have to look upstairs to make sure. I know I don't have any of this gray. I have a piece of a really old light gray CIS Army building. Yeah, those pieces should be printed instead of a sticker. CIS Army building, I think, is very much a great idea, especially with all the new droids coming out. And I would still love to see an MTT in CIS colors. I haven't seen the DVDs. I didn't even think about that. I know, I was just having a blast watching the old episodes of Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Was released on something called Cookie Jar, which was a DVD series. They also did one of the Transformers, maybe the 86 Transformers movie. But yeah, the CIS Army, I think it'd be a very cool thing, especially with all the new droids coming out. Wow, that's a cool thing, right? About the B1 Battle Droid. No one knows if you have an old one or a new one, but it works. It totally works. That's why I did the Trade Federation Army. I'll probably do an end of year update on that one. But I'm sure people are pretty tired of seeing hand-colored AATs. I'm really tired of. I don't like to put them out anymore because there's enough of them that it's kind of a pain. I'm gonna just sit and hide the rest of the time. But it's cool though. It is a interesting way of doing an army, and I got the idea from I think it's Brickstore's channel. He suggested building an army with vehicles instead of just the clone troopers. So obviously it's not a clone army then. It's it's an army or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think it's official. I'm giving up. I will probably order one. What's this? Do I have one? I have an extra one? Well, I need 3, but that's 2. The whole 9 line? Oh, right on. No, that's one more. $44 minutes in. Well, that's the end of that part, that instruction. It looks like we're into building the superstructure. I don't know if I'll get into that tonight, though it's already like after 9 here. Oh, the AV7 is super cool. I do like that. It's a great build. That's, of course, where the Wolfpack clones to have two battle packs every year. Yeah, I know. And I do miss those. In fact, one of my most favorite battle packs, it's not everyone's favorite, it's 2013, or is it 2000? It might be I think it's 2011. It's the one that had the four Mandalorian, the blue Mandalorians, and had the two bomb troopers and the Horn Company trooper on the other side of it. Through my closet the other day and found an old VHS pack. Oh, that's a cool set to have. The three originals, yeah. And the thing about some of those VHS copies, I know a friend of mine's got one. It doesn't have the photo edited parts to it. It's the original real movies. And I think it's a silver pack, but I could be wrong. But that is so cool to see that. I mean, that's just great. That's cinematic greatness. It really is. Yeah, Horn Company troopers are great. I did kind of build a small army of those, and that one is kind of interesting because I think there's only 200 of them, like in real life or in Galaxy. And what's cool about that? I mean, 200 clones is a lot, especially from a kind of a group like that. But you could technically do the whole force, is what I'm saying. And the thing that I found interesting, and the ones that I did is, I did put there's the short barreled DC 15 on them. The new battle pack with the Troid or Troid ride. I'm getting tired. Tri-Droid. Well, that's a tongue twister for me. That is an amazing set. I'm not going to say anything about the new helmets. I think there's nothing left to say. Um, but that is going to be that's an epic set. That's going to be one of the great ones to be remembered. I think. Um, it looks really good, and a slight detail upgrade on the Super Battle Droids, because I think we've all kind of missed the Super Battle Droids. I mean, and yeah, they had some issues, but did you really have that many broken ones? I've got a couple from eBay, like from other people that were correct, but my own that I bought that were like brand new, they've never failed. They've never failed. And of course, I've never had any broken pieces on these B1s, but I have got them where they're so loose that they won't stand up. I mean, they just stand there and you put an army out. I have to take a picture for video or something, and then one of them just beep, and they don't go forward. They always seem to tip backwards. It's like, oh, gotta stop, straighten them up, and then you bump something, another one goes over, and you're like, oh. So those are the ones I usually stick in the MTTs permanently, never to be, out in public again. You have one of the metallic blue ones. Wow. I think I do too, but mine is damaged. Mine's got a crack, and those were notorious for that. The metallic blue is such a cool one, though. Yeah, that's the easiest thing with the helmet holes. I noticed that a lot of people's criticism is not the holes so much; it's the printing, and then like this, um, it's a printing on the helmets, and I hadn't. That's why I like the Coruscant Guard. It doesn't matter because it just got that stripe. I don't have too many Super Battle Droids because not too many were in the battle packs. So that's over a lot of years. 30 to 40 is a lot. Oh, really? Yeah. That is interesting because yeah, the blue ones were the ones that were supposedly the worst. It's that thing like that red plastic, that dark red, the reddish brown, and back in the day the blue. Why has the printing not gotten better? Printing has always been a funny thing. I mean, I expected Commander Fox to look a little bit pink because they're putting red over white, and I don't know what the answer is. A different color? Maybe dual. I don't know. Dual molding would be like crazy. I don't know. I mean, maybe repeated printings. I mean, if you know that regular red is going to turn pink, maybe go for a dark red. And if the shade's a little too dark, that's probably better than being too light. I would think. I mean, yeah, the reason we're always critical about some things from Lego is because we know that the kind of greatness they're capable of doing, and then they don't do it, and it's like, oh man, okay. So now I have to still build the little piece that goes on the back. Oh wow. Yeah, the pink foxy. Yeah, I just ordered a pack that came with a clone army. Customized with, waist cape and torso, The regular Lego visor works pretty good. It works fine. Yeah, yeah. The support is great for the figures, and that is one thing about having a really popular line like Lego or probably Star Wars is the support is there for aftermarket stuff. Like certain cars, the support is there. Oh, in the stream sound, I can't talk. You always know if you have something that's not as popular or not as well known because the support's not there. Yeah, $10 is not bad. That's fine. But yeah, so I found that one piece, but I didn't order other ones. Fine. That's all good. And we definitely got to organize. And I don't know. I would love to have like one of those rooms that people have with all the shelves and the bin boxes. But I mean, that's a lot of pieces to organize, to agonize. We'll see how many pieces I have left once this thing's put together, huh? Speaking about the pink fox, why is he sitting here? There's one over here. I mean, yeah. And it looks darker on the helmet, I mean, it looks, and in the pictures here, it doesn't look that far off, but if it's just a little, what was I talking about? Shade of red. It needs to be a different shade of white. Now, how do you do that? Guess print it a second time. Clone Wars. I got into Clone Wars sometime during this YouTube channel. Like, I always liked it, but I always liked that first episode with the MTTs. Yeah, almost at 2,000 subscribers. We'll see if before the end of the year. Thanks for the support. Oh, hey, good to see you back. But yeah, Clone Wars is definitely cool, and I think the support is there. I mean, original trilogy. Every time I think about original trilogy, I always think about that scene with the blown up or the damaged sand crawler in the background, and C-3PO carrying those dead Jawas and throwing them on that fire when Luke comes back from his uncle's place. Yeah. Really? Okay. Anyways, we're at 55 minutes here. Getting toward the end of the night for me here. But yeah, I was like the Phantom Menace, and yeah, it does suck to see. Oh, what happened? Oh, we got a bunch of messages and stuff, so it's that time of the night, my man. Time to end the stream, I guess. My voice is going, and I gotta get set up for something else, and I also gotta put this upstairs with the rest of the build, because you know what happens if Lego pieces get sitting out there. They tend to break apart and stuff. The AATs, the 2021s. I only got a couple of those. I didn't dislike them as much as some people on YouTube, but really, it's not a bad set. It's just that people expected something a little bit bigger. I think maybe a little bit less chunky looking. Oh, just hiding users, man. I thought we'd just have a little fun here. So I did some unhiding. That's what it was. But yeah, if anyone's interested and they want to make that 2020 AAT look with longer barrels, you just have to change the axle out. The other problem with that 2020 AAT from Lego is they put that coupling piece on the end for a muzzle brake or whatever, and it's just too big. Whereas a little clip piece, Technic axle would have worked fine. Yeah, just hiding users there. Tranus. Anyways, we're coming up to 1 hour here. It is a good one to mod, yeah. Anyways, really appreciate everybody dropping in tonight. We're coming up to the 1 hour point. The battery is flashing. So, yeah, the Canon, yeah. I mean, the sides for by the turret are fine, but yeah, Canon, and I don't know why they did that. They didn't have to, and it's one of the easiest things to unmod, to unmodify, I guess. And I know a lot of Lego purists will not touch anything. They will not change it. They'll just, but that's one of the best things about Lego is it's really easy to add things to or modify it. I mean, that's probably the greatest strength. Yeah, that's exactly it. I do appreciate the support there. Anyways, it's getting late. We're up to the 1 hour thing. So, Trans, especially everyone else, Art Productions, I've been asked not to necessarily shout people out. So, that was someone in real life. So, but really appreciate you dropping in. Really great community out there. And I really appreciate everybody's views and thoughts. And yeah, that's why, what do you call it? Everybody's got a valid point. Anyways, good night, Trans. Take care of yourself and keep getting those watch hours up. And you guys let me know in comments or whatever. I'll message if you want to. New sets you get and ideas you have. Until next time, you all stay safe, be safe. Take care. Ciao.